Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining me. In case you didn't know, my name is Todd Bryson. I'm an Akashic Records practitioner. I offer services and products inspired by the Akashic Records, and I'll let you know that I do have my biggest promo of the year going on right now. And I want to say, and the people that have had readings with me will attest to this, every session that I do, whether it's the first session with you or the 20th session with you, I approach it as if it is the only or the last time that I'll ever see you. And I have things to tell you, important things to tell you. And, if you've had sessions with me, you may have noticed that after the session, I am completely drenched in sweat. I give it everything that I have. And, if you're looking for coherence with your reason for coming, if you're looking for remembrance, if you're looking for what is my potential going forward, where have I been previously, I want to be your guy for that job. And, I have been preparing my entire life to do the work that I'm doing now for myself and on behalf of others. And the reason why is because I know that there is a certain way that we wanted to perceive the experience that we were having here before we came here. I know that on the other side, before we stepped foot into this place, that on our heart and on our mind, our hopes and our dreams were that we would come to the earth, that we would remember who we were, and that we would be in the position to see what we came to see in the right way. So what I want to do is I want to facilitate you doing that, whether it's moving energy around, clearing karma, bringing perspective, whatever it is. And I know the work is really important right now because there's more family here from all corners of the universe, from all the etheric spaces gathering around the earth than there has ever been previously. The audience is bigger, the family is closer. What does that mean? It means that the time that we're in right now is the one that we had in mind when we made the decision to come here. So what does it mean to have the experience the right way? Have you stayed curious? Have you motivated yourself to continue learning? Have you resisted the illusion trying to entice you or keep you rooted in separation? Is your body healthy? Is your diet healthy? Are you doing the hard things that you've been avoiding all of this time? When you came to this place, think about it. You're your immediate resonance. You're an infinite quantum being who has access to any dimensional space that they want to. You could be anywhere that you wanted to be, but you're right here, right now. What did you come here to see? Are you in a position to see it in the way that you had in your heart and mind before you came here? Start asking yourself these hard questions. Start taking inventory. What does my reality consist of? What would I like it to be? So you should also know that there are bad actors in the spiritual community, in the awakening community, that are working very hard and very diligently to make sure that you don't have your experience in the way that you had in mind before you came here. So what are they doing? They're trying to steer your awakening with the frequency of fear. They're always talking about who you should be afraid of, what you should be afraid of, where you shouldn't go, what you shouldn't play with, what you shouldn't think about, what you shouldn't say out loud. And the thing about these actors is that they will actually give you real truth. They'll give you partial truth. They'll give you even things that might make you curious about what's going on here and give you, slivers of truth along the way. But really, they do that because they know that they lose here. They know that everywhere else they've gone before, they've lost. So what is that information really worth to them? It's worth a lot if they can utilize it to steer you in certain directions, embedding you deeper in the illusion with the frequency of fear. So the tools of discernment are really important. Don't let anybody knock you off your frequency pedestal. And something else that you'll notice is that these bad actors don't or never really talk about the role of the angels, the cosmic beings, the cosmic selves, the higher self, the role that those things play within this experience. Never, ever, ever talk about those things, but think, they're enlightened, they have all this information and wisdom. If you have a teacher somewhere that you go as a source of information, you can absorb that information, but do it from a state of awareness. Don't let that frequency of fear embed in your subconscious and kind of overrule what your intention and your consciousness is. It's really what the frequency of fear is designed to do. It's designed to shift your subconscious back into survival separation mode. I'm up against everything in helpless mode. So keep your head on swivel. We'll also let you know that, the downloads that you've been getting spiritually, if you can keep yourself kind of at a distance from the illusion outside looking in, are going to increase significantly. So a lot of the dream work has changed. A lot of you guys are through with your work on the grid. And what that means is that you're taking more opportunity to learn, you're taking more opportunity and, jobs teaching. A lot of you right now in your dream time, leaving your physical body and you're going into the ethereal classrooms. And you're spending however long you want in these classrooms, communicating, talking with others, collaborating, learning, sharing perspective. And then you wake up, you go about your day, you pretend like none of that ever happened. And what is going to happen is that the spiritual thinking, the things that were instilled and learned about in those classrooms are going to start working their way through into your waking conscious life. So you'll be sitting at lunch and work, and then suddenly you'll get this really profound thread of spiritual information. Well, what is it? Are you actually getting a download from cosmic self or higher self? A lot of what's happening right now is you're just remembering the things that you were engaging in and learning about in your dream time previously. So think about, where you're going at night. It's important for you to go to bed and to wake up in the morning the right way. But you're doing that because what you're learning there and what you're gaining there is important for your experience now in the way that you have it. So you're getting, insight, perspective, you are breaking illusions, you are instilling in yourself the right tools, the right state of being in order to have this experience the right way. And, the theme of this video, experience. Light workers and old soul. The best thing about being a light worker and an old soul is that you're going to have a lot of really profound personal experience that a lot of other people out there, wouldn't even consider in the realm of possibility, but what it is, it's actually our natural state of being. And I will let you know that one of the most important things that I do in my work is helping people understand that an experience they had that they perceived as negative was actually a positive experience in disguise. And keep in mind, my third eye is open. When the third eye is open, you can access different perspectives, you can access different spectrums, different frequencies, and you can, if you're good at it enough, you can hold both of those experiences in your awareness simultaneously. So let's say, for example, you had an encounter in your front room 10 years ago with a shadow figure. Now, immediately, you're going to fall back on conditioning, all the movies you've seen in the media you've observed. I saw this shadow figure, it moved funny, it was really tall, it suddenly shot away and disappeared. This was something negative in my space. This is something, evil trying to get me, really scary. And what you've just done is you've established what that experience was without knowledge of what it really was, and you've accidentally cut yourself off from having other kinds of experiences or exploring more about what that was and what it might mean. So what really happened is that you're a sensitive creature The veil is going to thin around you circumstantially and conditionally, and sometimes there's going to be things popping through. Your third dimensional technology does not have the bandwidth to perceive what you saw in the way that you're supposed to. So it's like the lens is foggy, there's filters, you're just kind of seeing the imprint or the shadow of what's really going on. So when you open your third eye, you can also shift your perspective. You can hold two perspectives at once. So you can see the shadow figure that moves and kind of acts differently within the physical space. And you can see, you know, the complete figure in as much of its glory as you can perceive. So think about the experiences you've had. Take a look at them now with what your knowledge is. Maybe this was something different. Maybe, you know, that shadow I saw was actually a guide of mine. Maybe that figure that moved back into the corner of the room when it realized I was awake and could see it, you know, was a guide of mine, someone who's there all the time working and serving on my behalf. How would you feel in their position, you know, if you were playing that role and the one you were doing it for was scared of you or embarrassed or ashamed that they had experiences including you? There's a reason millions and millions and billions of dollars have been put into negative media depicting everything on the other side as a monster or, you know, this disgusting creature. It's to keep you in a box. It's to keep you in separation. And if you were in that position, if you were the opposition, you would use that exact same tactic to accomplish what they have. Let curiosity take over instead. Let us finally get tired of coming up short in this place and see what else is out there for us. And with that, I will say goodbye to you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.